Hi, I am Miroslavas. I represent the brand 100 Kitpreneurs, and today I would like to share with you my master's dissertation's research proposal. This presentation I will show to my dissertation professor and try to pitch it in order for it to be approved. So as you see, I'm not only teaching entrepreneurship as digital teacher representing the brand, but I also thinking about entrepreneurship even during my studies and even during my free time. Yep, so I'm writing about entrepreneurial education aspects in KC1 learning, so in primary school basically. So let's start my pitching preparation from trying to tell you about it. It's my very first time telling about it. So my research question is: what is taught about entrepreneurship in KC1 level year 3 and year 4 in United Kingdom in Hull schools, because I am studying in Hull University. Knowing that schools don't have entrepreneurship or economics or business as separate lesson, I would like to find out what entrepreneurial aspects from different lessons could be taken and could be analyzed. We don't have to be too specific about it yet. It's just an idea. The only thing we need to know for sure is our topic of this dissertation. That's why I am still undecided between which research method to use, either quantitative, either qualitative. But I already know, I have a good idea what I want to do with this research, how I would like to research this question. So first of all, I would like to find out what is in textbooks about entrepreneurship. How would I do it? Well, first of all, I would take all textbooks from every subject which is taught in primary school and to read it all from cover to cover, find out what tasks or what texts or what other elements of teaching could be viewed as entrepreneurial, because first few years pupils are still learning how to read, how to count, how to write, and master this skill. My two questions out of this research would be: first, what from it can be used to think about possibility for entrepreneurship lessons from year 3? And another, what could be perceived and kept in the future as entrepreneurial knowledge to proceed this knowledge further in KC2 or further? Then, having this data, I will feel prepared enough to approach teachers and discuss those questions in a format of semi-structured interviews. And my goal is either to fully research one question, which is A, either if length of my dissertation will allow me, then maybe two questions, so B as well. So the first question would be: what are they teaching about it already in all subjects? And I would be interested in facts. It would be interesting to see what they remember from what is in textbooks, and also, of course, they probably will tell me what stories or what tasks they would like to give on their own, which could be also viewed as entrepreneurial, at least how I think about it right now. So to answer this question, of course, I will not ask only this one question. I will prepare at least 5 or maybe 10 questions which could reflect this one question. Also, second interest of mine to find out how what is learned in KC1 should be kept going further, and how are teachers feeling about expanding entrepreneurship education in other classes after primary schools. Here, of course, it would be discussion, and I'm interested in opinions. Then I would ask them, and at least now I don't think that I will include it in my dissertation, but I definitely will share this information in the context of this project if teachers would allow it, because ethical rules are very strict as to doing research in school, and basically I need to get permission for every step, for every action, either for how I will store this information, not talking about going public with it even, but how it will be stored in my personal computer and so on. Yeah, so also I will be asking them what are the personal views about possibility if great know-how and great effort from different educators would be gathered together. Is it possible, and is it needed actually, and is it if children are already capable for it, and if it's useful for children in such young age to have separate subject of entrepreneurship or business or economics, so that they would start these lessons from year 3 or year 4, when they already know how to read, how to count, and how to write. So what participants would be involved in my research? Ideally, it would be teachers with at least 2 years of experience in primary schools in year 3 and year 4. Due to COVID, it's quite hard to find schools who would be willing to do it. So I am realist here, and if it will not be possible, I will try to find PhD students from Hull University, from community in which I am now, who are teaching in primary level. So basically they would be PhD education students, or who have had primary education teaching practice as part of their master's or bachelor's or maybe even PhD education studies. However, if I will choose quantitative research method, then there is possibility that this researching textbooks part will not be included in my actual dissertation. I still will be doing it because I believe that it will help me to prepare more wise and more professional questions to teachers. But there is possibility that the format of my research method will not be sufficient for me to include it. But then I would like to add parents and children for interviewing as well, and to compare this data by different categories and by different angles. So my idea as to that is to ask same questions to teachers and same questions to parents and see how those answers are different. Children for interviews are included also, not only because I think that they already are capable to philosophize or to analyze those possibilities about new subjects, that they already know what they should be taught, but just for comparing and researching reasons, I will ask those questions for children only if I will be successful in simplifying same questions both by structure and by wording into that simplistic form, that I will be sure that children would understand those questions, and if they would know what to answer, if they would have some opinions about it, if they could think about it and tell me about it. Since it's a university research dissertation, important paper, I will add this only if I will see some scientific value from it. As to ethical procedure, lots of ethical procedures, so some step-by-step actions which I will take, and that's not the only actions that are possible to take, but still they are main ones. So first I will contact school gatekeepers about institutions' own ethical approval and safeguarding procedures. Then I will provide school gatekeepers with information about the study needed. Well, then I will try to approach possible participants. So 10 different schools, 10 different teachers, or maybe fewer different schools if they have enough different primary school teachers. I will send them my questions and offer our interview transcripts for approval. Then I will give copies of finished publication in which they will have participated for their final approval before publishing this dissertation. Even after the publication, if this dissertation will be successful enough, I will be informing participants about all feedback, all outcomes of the research which was received. Yep, there is some more. Because of my possibility to interview children as well, there is additional forms representing the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child if children would be interviewed, including consent from parents and school administration when children will be interviewed in the school, needed also. Of course, we will sign some GDPR forms and other forms related with privacy and all other issues used by each school administration. Ensuring data are kept securely according to better rules. I will need to use secure computer networks which ensuring that data is stored on secure premises. The use of password protection and data encryption, avoiding portable data storage devices such as laptops and USB sticks, using courier or secure electronic transfer when moving data. Avoid sharing data via email and other media that are vulnerable to hacking. Also, I will ensure anonymity if participants want to be anonymous completely. Children will be anonymous either way, but if teachers or parents would like to remain anonymous, I will provide them with such possibility. Yep, so that is my material which I just prepared. I would be very glad if you would have any questions or comments about it, maybe some advices how I can make it better, not only the dissertation but this material, this presentation too, and also maybe what could I include into this pitch. So thank you for your attention and see you in the next video. Bye.